It's simple, make negotiations disappear, demand transparency, then experience amazing at your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer. Car Buying Simplified. Treasure Coast Lexus is a proud sponsor of Careology. Every Tuesday at 6:05 p.m., caring and supporting for our community. Car Buying Simplified. Check out your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
Di?
The views expressed on the following program do not necessarily match those of WPSL. However, I'll give you a clue. We're the ones who encourage you to like and share them on social media and with all your friends and neighbors, because it's time for the Science of Caring. Careology, presented by CareBag and hosted by Roxy Brown.
Thank you, Cliff. Thank you. How was your Thanksgiving?
Very filling.
You still full?
Well, I don't know which one got stuffed more, me or the turkey.
That's a good. Well, you need to. You're not supposed to be eating that much anyway. Don't let me go ahead and sort you out on radio.
I took 3 bites and I was stuffed.
You were stuffed. Well, that was good.
You know,
I'm glad you.
I just don't.
It.
I can't eat a whole pizza anymore either.
That's good.
That's all
good
right.
with the weight off. So we want you to stay that way.
Yeah.
We want you to stay with us.
Well, yeah. I can go along with that. I can help you with that.
Okay, that's good. Well, good evening, everyone. This is Roxy. Welcome to Careology. If you are driving home in your home or wherever you may be, I thank you for being with us. If this is your first time tuning in, we welcome you to Careology, the science of caring, where there is no news or no fuss. We want to just keep it community-based and talk with those that are doing great things in our community and supporting local. And I hope that everyone went ahead and shopped local this year. Usually I go ahead and I put our Amazon Smile and please support us, but I decided this year not to, because a lot of our local businesses are suffering and we need to support them, because our local is what keeps CareBag moving, and our local is what we need every single day in our community. Because if you have a problem and you go to a store and you're local, they're going to cut you a deal. No place else is going to do that online. So I hope all of you had a wonderful Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and whatever else they're talking about. I just really hope you had a good time. And me and my family, we had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We were just blessed to be with everyone and just so grateful. And I hope everyone had the same too. So we're going to do a little cleaning up and talk about what's been happening with CareBag. So everyone knows I'm looking a van. I found the perfect Sprinter Ford high-rise extended van in Pensacola, and I kid you not, in 2 hours they called me back. Somebody pulled in and bought the unit, the cargo transit. I was gutted, but I'm not giving up. There's a will, there's a way, and I always say God has something in store for you. So I'm just going to keep the faith. But if you know or you know of anyone that has, we're looking for 2019 and up. Please give us a call. You know our number, 772-222-7399. We want to get this Sprinter van, get it up, and get our mobile hygiene unit back up on the road, and we need that unit. So I'm looking, and I'm going to ask everyone out there in WPSL, because I know you guys have you can get things done. I've seen what you do with Cliff's show. I've seen what you do with Christmas for Kids. So WPLS Christmas for Kids. So we need it done. So I'm just going to put that into the atmosphere. So CareBag is making moves and doing well, and our office is open again this Thursday from 10 to 6 p.m. for anyone that is in need. And if you want to find out any more information about us, the only thing you have to do is get on 211. If you don't remember our information or any social media site, go to CareBag Inc. on any social media site, Facebook, Twitter, somebody else help me, Instagram. We're out there, and all our information is there. There's so many. No, I'm on TikTok, but no, it's too much, Cliff. TikTok is just too much for me. We just want to get the information out there to everyone. We are still supplying anyone from the ages of 0 to 100 and plus for any of your hygiene needs. So we actually have baby food in our office. It is a first come, first serve. So if you come early and there's anything left, you can get it. Because we don't do food, but we had a big donation and we'd like to go ahead and give it out to our community. So you guys know I always talk about something stupid in the news, and I always can find something. But today I decided I'm not going to find something stupid because I really wanted to be grateful. We talked about being grateful last week. But driving here, I noticed Chad, because I have a friend Chad with me here today. There was this guy, and he was just such in a rush. He was beside me driving, big old truck, and he's just trying to get across, but it's a green light. I can see 2 cars behind me. There's a police officer. So, I'm steady on there, a little fast, but still steady. The car's in front of me, just going. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just swerves. But I think he meant to go left, but he swerved right. And he was in the right lane and just went down the ditch. And I sat there, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, God is good, because she's sitting in my back seat.
Oh, wow.
He was just such in a hurry. He didn't even pay attention to what he did or what he wanted to do.
But you were alert and you saw this and you were able to just keep
I didn't have to do anything. I put my foot on the gas and just went a little bit faster because I want to be out of any traffic. Especially when I drive differently when the baby's with me. That deserves a big clap, yes. I drive differently when she's with me because you got precious cargo. And I just want to tell everyone, like we talked about gratitude and being grateful. But the end of the year is coming, and so many crazy things are happening. We want everyone out there to be careful. We want everybody to be careful as possible, and go ahead and remember, the same way you left your house, you want to come back home. You have loved ones out there. People want to see you. So what happens? Please be careful. There's no need to blow your horn. There's no need to put the middle finger up. Only thing you need to do is just be careful. Someone cuts you off, just let them go about their business. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's in their mind. We are just so short on anger, and this is supposed to be the season. It's supposed to be the season of not gifts and buying and seeing what you can get on any Black Friday. It's supposed to be about peace, love, and just unity. And I think as a country, as a people, we need that. So I want you guys to think about it. Try to get to next week. I used to tell everyone, Chad, try to get to next year. Now it's just try to get to tomorrow. Try to get till next week. Have a little love, have a little patience, have a little kindness.
There's a promo I keep seeing on TV. Take your time. You'll get there eventually.
Yeah, that's for that.
Just get there.
Yeah, just get there. So I want to let everyone know that Pastor Haynes is back with us on our second Tuesdays to give us a little bit of spiritual upliftment. So he will be back. He took a little hiatus, and I'm going to be glad for my pastor to bring back, because a lot of people have been asking me, where is he? They miss talking to him. So he will be back on our second Tuesday, and it's like our grateful and gratitude.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I have my pastor on, and we just talk to him, and he's a retired teacher, so guidance teacher, so he knows, and he just nice, mellow, calm, spiritual guy. We don't do religion. We just talk about the same 10 commandments that make our laws is the same 10 commandments we should be living.
Yeah.
So we want to put that. We want to instill the right things in our children, because when the police arrest them, they're going to call you. And if they're over the age, they're just going to lock them up. And if we instill them in their young, and if we teach our adults and our young adults, then things would be better. So that's all that I have for you guys.
And that's every Tuesday night?
That's every second Tuesday.
Second Tuesday.
Every second Tuesday we have Pastor Haynes, and he will be back our second week in December. But Chad, it's so good to have you.
Thank you for having me on, Roxy.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Oh, thank you so much. So, if everyone's wondering, hi, Miss Pansy, how are you doing? I see you. Hello on our social media. We are on our social media. If anyone wants to see us in the studio, go to Carebag Inc. and you can leave your comments or whatever you'd like to do. Some of you I can see, some of you I can't. But Chad, you are from Expert Shutters.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I just want to let everyone know, if I didn't have shutters on my window, Expert Shutters would put them up. I talked to my neighbor.
I appreciate that.
I talked to my neighbor, and you guys put their shutters up. And I was so excited because someone actually listened to me.
That's great.
So I love them. But I love you guys for a whole lot of reasons. But tell us about expert shutters, about your day of service, because that's how I met you guys.
Okay, so what she's referring to is a thing we call our core event. A community outreach event is what that's short for. And basically it's an idea that we kind of started formulating a few years ago, and one that we really wanted to expound on and actually make happen, and eventually just became this day that we shut the company down and go out and have every single one of our team members goes out and serves at a different nonprofit through really Martin, St. Lucie County.
I love it. That's how I met you. And it just started bubbling into relationship. There's so many different girls in the office I deal with. I am not going to get myself in any trouble, and I'm not going to call not one. But I just thought this was awesome. A company shuts its door down, has their employees going out to different nonprofits, because they come to me and other nonprofits, and these guys are just so nice. I have a certain crew that comes to my office every year, and it is just such a joy. What we thought was going to take us all day, by 12 o'clock we were done. And every year they come, it's just the new ones learn about us. The old ones love to see what we can do.
Well, you have a couple guys that request specifically to work for you.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm happy. And they come and they work.
Yeah.
Well, we are in AC, but they come and they work. They know it. Plus, we always give little gifts when they leave.
Oh, I did not know that.
See, there you know.
So they don't tell me about that stuff.
But it's just a pleasure just for you to come, because you don't know anyone's story. Everyone has a story. And we deal with individuals who we call them the working poor or the working homeless. They are working just a week away or just a paycheck away from being homeless. They don't know what's going to happen. And we're finding there's so many. So even though we have so many people working, we have so many people suffering. The prices of everything has gone up.
I was just about to say it. It's probably worse now than it was a year ago.
It's worse now. And to go ahead and think you have to put money away for soap, toothpaste, all of that is going up. So it's hard for us. So for St. Lucie County, we're very grateful for Children's Services Council, because they fund us. And then we have many donors. I'm not going to call you, because if I forget one of you are listening and I'm going to get in trouble. But for the community we have on a whole, and that is the entire Treasure Coast down to West Palm, they support us financially. And we're able to buy what we need for the children of St. Lucie County. But then from the donations that we get, we can now serve the adults and families. So that's a big thing.
Yeah, no, it's one of the things that kind of drew us to requesting you guys if you needed help, was because we love what you do. We see the need that you fulfill in a pretty big way. And we're grateful for what you do as a team, and we wanted to help out in any way we could.
Oh, well, thank you for choosing us, because it has just come into just such a nice budding friendship. You guys helped us when we had our Secret Santa last year.
Yes, we did.
You helped. We have that going on again.
We didn't get a box this year. We need one.
Oh, no, we don't. We're doing it a little bit different. So what we had the parents go ahead and put the child's name and request 2 things that the child would like.
Awesome.
So anyone could come and just ask for a name, and you'll get a picture
so
with the child.
So it's more specific.
It's very
That's
child
awesome.
specific, because I talked to one mom. She said, "Oh, he got 3 bikes," and I'm sitting there like, "Are you joking? He could only ride 1, and she only has 1 child, but he has 3 bikes. Why didn't you say I don't need it?" So this was very specific geared. And when someone is buying something for someone, if someone is buying something for Chad and they know what Chad likes, so they're going to get a picture of Chad, know that Chad is 19 years old. Thank you. You're very welcome.
You are right on the dot.
Thank you. I was 19 and 18. That's where I was tithering at. But when you have a name, an age, and you know what a child is looking forward to, when you go to shop for that child, I think it makes a big difference. And
Absolutely.
a lot of people tell me, "Wow, how many names I can have?" You can have as many as you want, as long as you put it in a bag and bring it to me. We have a date. We're going to have our Santa Claus in our office in the middle, who is always Mr. Tony Grozer from Grozer Builders. Love him, love the family. He was our Santa last year, and he's going to be our Santa this year.
Awesome.
And it's just, the kids just come in. The children must be present.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't come and just get a gift. The children must be present.
That's
That
awesome.
is the
It's a
one
good
rule I
rule.
have. That's the one rule I have. There are too many con artists. There are too many scams. And the children are allowed to open their gift and open their bag
That's
in our
awesome.
office.
Well,
so
then
they
you
can
get to see the reaction.
I remember last year this little boy had it and he tore open the paper and he saw it was one of those scooters, and I just happened to have my camera in my hand and he ran back and just grabbed him at his neck. And I don't know if you know Tony Groza. He's a big guy. You can see his eyes just well up from the allergies in the ear. But it's that moment. That's something I just can't forget. It was just unbelievable, just heartwarming. And even a couple months later, the mom sent me a video, and he said, Santa, I want to show you I can write it now. He still remembered. So making it personal is what's going to have a bigger impact.
For sure. No, it's interesting you brought that up. I wasn't sure if you were going to or not because we didn't get a box, so I didn't know what was going on.
No, I got a list for you. Don't worry.
And that's awesome. No, we in particular, we have one of our leaders, his name, because it's in his shop that he runs. His name's Phil, and he was asking me because last year he's got a big heart and he put a bunch of toys in the box. He's got an eBay store that usually does vintage toys and that you can look up. It's called Phil's Finds. Plug for him.
All right, Phil, plug it in. Listen, if anyone does anything for the community, plug them.
He didn't know that I was going to talk about
that's
this.
all right.
I didn't know I was going to talk about this, but he was asking me about it earlier today. When he found out I was coming here.
Will you tell him?
I will let him know. There's a name now.
There's a name. I have my volunteers coming into the office Thursday, and we already have our list. Our cutoff for our Secret Santa was Monday, 9 a.m. God bless you. So everyone that's hearing, yes, my grandbaby is with me today. So if I know everyone talk about she's very quiet, but she's here. So if you hear anything that's sneezing, that is her. So but this is why I love live radio. Anything can happen. But our volunteers are coming in. We're gonna have little cards and have their first name, age, and the 2 or 3 things that they request. And it's up to the person if they want to get that, something similar, whatever they want, as long as they can fulfill the bag for us for the child. And our cutoff day, so they will be in the office, so we will have that for everyone Friday and on the weekend. If anyone requests, I can come to your office with it and you can pick it out, or they can come to our office and tell us what they want, because I think it's going to have a bigger impact.
Definitely more personal impact.
Yeah, and I think when you can do that and then you can get the picture, because I did it with the guys at Dyer. None of them have kids, and I gave them names, and they bought, wow. I mean, these guys went overboard. Whenever they become dads, they're going to be excellent gift parents. And I said, well, you're going to get a name. And I gave them pictures and I showed them, with everyone with their gifts that they gave. And they were you walk into their offices at Dyer Chevrolet in Fort Pierce, and you can see them have the picture on their desk because it meant something. So that's what we want to do. Not only an impact for the clients that we serve, but an impact for the people in the community, because I think it's good to always say thank you, but when you can have a picture to something and you can see this is it and you can see where your outcomes are, it's invaluable. And that's what we want to strive for. So we had 97 moms that signed up, so we have 97 kids. We're a little more than 97 because I saw some filled in 2 names when it should have been 1 for 1. But right now we know we're at 97. We'll count them up to Thursday, and we'll get it out. And
that's fantastic.
Yeah, so we're looking to do this and have it, I think, by the 12th or the 13th, so we can have our Secret Santa coming on the 15th and just show some love. That's what it's about. It's just giving back, like what you guys do.
Yeah, and it's something that we love to be a part of, to be honest. It was really cool last year to have that.
Yeah. And my books.
Yes.
Shannon. Is that her name, Shannon? Yeah.
I wasn't going to name drop her.
Yeah. No. Shannon is a big, big supporter. I can call her. I text her because we're on the first way. And I said, Shannon, she came to the office, and I had a mom there one day, and I went to the little boy, and I said, do you like reading? And then I said, oh, Mom, what kind of books do you get him? And she said, me getting books? I can hardly afford diapers, soap. I'm not buying any book. And I was like, I felt stupid, but I felt angry because every child needs a book. Every child should be reading. So it caused us to go ahead and just start a library. Lowe's and Jensen gave us a beautiful, a little library bookcase, and I just started going to people. I need books. Yeah. And I went to Expert Shutters.
Shannon and her office team really
oh my
took
goodness,
that up.
we had books on every shelf. We had them stacked on the floor, and the books just came. The gifts just came, and you see when the kids came in after we put it up. because now we were saying they'll take the books and they'll bring them back. Now you can have the books because it makes such a difference, because she will read her book, Llama Llama Red Pajamas, 10 times. So if you're a parent and a grandparent, when I said that, you know exactly what I meant when I said Llama Llama.
I don't know how many times we've read Goodnight Moon to my kids.
Oh my goodness. Is that one of your favorite shows, Llama Llama? Look at that face. Yes. So the kids get to take the books home, and we're actually in need of more books. So if anyone is out there, now we don't do scary books. We don't do any books about gender. We just do regular books, because it is up to the parents to make the decision on what their child wants to. Right now I can hear everybody saying, oh, Roxy doesn't like this. I don't care about what you like or what you don't like. The parents are the ones that make the decision on what their child reads. So my office is a neutral zone. So the books that I have are regular Dr. Seuss, regular books that they can have. And that is what I want everyone to respect on what I do. So if anyone has any books that they want to get rid of that are in good condition, because these children love their books, we're looking for books again, because Children's Services has a book that, they have a book drive that they do, and they just dropped up a whole bunch of books over to me.
Fantastic.
Half of them are gone already.
That's
which
great.
is good.
That's what you want.
That's what we want.
It's a good
Half
problem
of them
to
are gone.
have.
That is an excellent problem to have. But every time I call Expert Shutters, we're having this, or we're having our haircut. Every time, yes, yes, yes. And it's always supporting. And it is just, we can't do what we do without businesses. So we're very grateful.
So
to
that's,
what Expert Shutters
for
does.
me, that's one of the things that I've actually really liked about working with Expert Shutters. I've been there for about 5 years.
Okay.
And even before we did these core events, they still gave back to the community in quite a few different ways. But community's always been very important to them. It's a family-run business.
Yes.
The same owner that started it in '88 is the same owner that's there, and his two sons are starting to take over the business side of it a little more now.
So tell us more about Expert Shutters, because you're here to plug Expert Shutters.
Sure.
So I'm going to give you 4 minutes. We have let's do a break. Let's go ahead and let's do a break, because we have our sponsor. Thank you, Treasure Coast Lexus, Treasure Coast Stewart. Without you, Careology is going on 2 years, and you have been our main sponsor and allowed me to just do whatever I want within reason. Yes, within reason. So thank you to Woods family. We greatly appreciate you and all our other sponsors. So for that, we're going to hear a word from our sponsors, and Careology with Chad and Cliff will be right back, and Martia. Thinking of building your next home or renovating? Come see us at Grozer Builders. We will create a home suited for your lifestyle. With years of experience means we give you a complete professional service, from a dream to a concept. You will get the best results, best value, best quality is what you get from Grozer Builders. Visit us at grozerbuilders.com. You deserve better. You deserve Grozer. Create custom business signage that customers can't miss or resist. Let Design a Sign in Port St. Lucie help you get the job done right. Over 80 years combined experience. Get it right the first time. Call 772-337-4027 and tell them Roxy said to call. Remember, call 772-337-4020. Design a Sign in Port St. Lucie. If you could reimagine the way you buy a car, what would you do? Make it simple, make negotiations disappear, demand transparency, then experience amazing at your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer. Car Buying Simplified. Treasure Coast Lexus is a proud sponsor of Careology. Every Tuesday at 6:05 p.m., caring and supporting for our community. Car Buying Simplified. Check out your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer. Careology was created to talk about the issues that face you in your community. You're invited with me, Roxy, every Tuesday at 6:05 p.m. right here on WPSL 1590. Careology, the science of caring, is about you, family, and the community moving forward. Please do join us. Remember, Tuesday at 6:05 p.m.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
We now return to Careology, the science of caring, presented by CareBag and hosted by Roxy.
Thank you, Cliff. Thank you. And thank you for tuning and staying with us here on Careology on WPSL. We appreciate every last one of you. You guys are important. And we know one thing. When you listen to talk radio, there's no need to go and listen to anything else. So we appreciate all of you sitting here with us and just enjoying what we have to offer here on Careology with your Careologist, Roxy. Cliff gave me that name for anyone that's rolling their eyes. That name came from Cliff. So, Chad, we'd love for you to tell us the history of Expert Shutters. How did it start? What do you guys do? And what people can expect? You got 4 minutes. The mic is yours.
All right. So it's going to be fun to do this in 4 minutes. I don't know if I've ever done that fast before. But the company started in 1988, actually February 8th, 1988.
Okay.
So we're coming up on a big anniversary this February,
Wow.
35 years. But it was started by a man named Mike Heisenberg Sr. And he started it when he was pretty young. And he started the company actually as a repair service.
Okay.
And back then, a lot of the condos that were there, or a lot of the shutters that were there were put on condos out on Hutchinson Island and things like that. And so that was a lot of his area that he would go to, the bulk of what he did. And so what he would do is he'd go out there and he did three things a little different. He really wanted to make a name for himself and really stick out. And so what he'd do is he'd introduce himself, knock on the door, "Hey, I'm Mike with Expert Shutter Services." And the first thing you do is put a runner from the front door all the way to the back screen. And without words saying, "Hey, I'm going to make you comfortable in your own home. You don't have to worry about me touching anything, not even your floor."
Wow.
And then the next thing that he'd do is he'd have a cart. And on that cart would have every possible tool that he would need to make a repair. And he would take one trip to the back, say, "Hey, get some popcorn. Let me watch you work." I don't know if you ever had anybody in your home and you hear the door open and they're working and it just, you're always looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Nope, just it's
Everything
a theater
just
show.
there.
Just watch them.
Yeah.
And he would just set out. So it was one trip back, one trip when he was done. That was it.
That was it.
And then
They don't make them like that anymore, do they?
well, we're like that.
You're
still.
like that? Okay, there we
should
go.
be.
Yes.
No, we are. Our crew is great. These are practices that we actually still
do
today.
Excellent.
And so then the last thing that he'd do that would really separate himself is he had a tarp that he'd unfold and put in the middle of the condo patio. And all cuts that were made, anything that would make a mess, any grease that didn't have to be applied like on the wall would be applied there. So at the end of the job, you just fold that up
and go.
Put it in his thing and leave. And so the customer's experience was immaculate. And what that did was it allowed him to set the stage.
Word of mouth. That's it. There you go.
That's what's driven the business for 35 years.
Wow.
And it's because of that experience. And it really set the stage for these customers that he had to really say, "Man, you care about what you do. You're a real craftsman." And it allowed him to show them that not only was a real craftsman, but he got the work done and he got it done well. And so he'd leave those jobs and, his front yard probably had some aluminum shavings in it, but the customer's experience was pristine.
Right. And they didn't have any shavings, so that
Correct.
was the main thing.
And so it was clean.
Wow.
And so those relationships, by the way, are relationships that we still share with our condos out in Hutchinson Island. We still do at least one of them a day.
Wow.
Every day we're open, we're out there. And so that really helped develop the business. Mike, though, is not one to rest on his laurels. He's one that actively innovates and wants to make it better. And so what he did was he started designing his own products. He moved from just doing repairs to installs and eventually saying, I think I can make it a little bit better. And what he did was he created, in the early 2000s, 2003, 2004, he created and tested the HV Bertha accordion shutter, which is the #1 selling accordion shutter in the U.S.
That's the ones that go in it.
That's correct.
What I got.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Actually, the house that I got, your sticker, Expert Shutters, it's actually on there.
Yeah.
I kid you.
That's us.
Everyone's like, "Oh, Roxy, you're just saying it." No, do not let me take a picture and have to post it. When I looked at it, because, we're clean, because you can't take them off.
No.
So
Yeah,
we can't take them off. So when you clean them, you hose them. I try all kind of ways. But I noticed there, right, I think it's at the bottom or top, it's a white label with the blue writing. And I was like, look at that.
That's us.
There you go. But
if you take care of them, by the way, they'll last 15, 20 years.
Oh, no, we take care of that.
We have a hard warranty for parts and labor for retail customers for 5 years.
Wow.
That's how
Okay.
much we believe in our products. But Mike designed that, patented the HV Bertha at that time. All of our products that he patented are, actually all the products we sell are, Miami-Dade rated, category 5 level. That's
Well,
why
one
that sticker is
thing-
so important.
One thing I know about it, which is, the reason me and my husband were talking about it, with the shutters, you would expect everywhere you look, you see metal, but on his, they're rubber. I think it's
Well-
just rubber pieces on them.
You might be referring to the nylons on
Okay.
the top of the screws that we have to make sure it doesn't rub against.
Rust or
yeah.
Okay, that's it. Oh.
Everything we use is aluminum, non-ferrous
Okay.
metal, so it's rust resistant. If you're out in the condos, out on the
The
water,
sea,
you
the-
got to
the
make
water.
sure you're maintaining them, lubing them up every couple times a year,
Okay.
once a year for people that aren't out there.
Okay. How do you lube them up?
Well, it's a process.
Okay.
AlumaSlick, we offer that to anybody that wants it.
I'm
We
just
have
gonna
a
call y'all.
Yeah,
'Cause
please.
I see you said it. So once you said it was a process, you lost me.
Well, no, it's not. It's not difficult to
It's
do.
not difficult.
But it's for right now with 4 minutes.
Yeah, you're
Unlimited.
good. You're good.
But we do have a service team that goes out and does lubrications and
Okay.
repairs still and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, that is awesome. Isn't that great, Cliff? All these years and still the one owner and still doing it.
Yeah.
But if anyone has been out there, this is a massive complex that you have.
Yeah.
You have your front door, you know that, and security's tight.
Yep.
Security's tight when you get there. But it is, every time I'm about to call the number on the door just swings open. I'm
Shutters
like, okay.
have become quite modernized. these
Yes,
last
they
few
have.
years.
Yeah, and-
But their office space, it is just massive and it's beautiful, and it's just kept so clean. The area, no matter how many times I go to the place, it just always clean. You can everything, even though you're working and it's busy, it's just you can see it's just laid out just a certain
Yes.
way, and that is good.
That was actually Mike's design of that building, was to make it modular. If we need to move something, we can move it, and we can move it around to what suits the business best. So it was all accordions at one point, and now we're making Hurricane rolling shutters. Our Nautilus rolling shutter he made in 2010. Got
Those
that
the
tested.
clear ones?
No, the rolling shutters are they're
Oh, the
similar.
roll,
Correct.
like
They're similar to
New York
like
style,
security
the
type
security
doors.
okay.
But he made that, and when he made that, he made the most compact roll shutter in the world. He actually won an award in Stuttgart, Germany, at this
Ooh.
really big convention. That he was the first American to ever win the prize in 50 years.
Wow. If Mike is listening, congratulations to you. So that's just to let everyone know within your listening ear all over the world. So we're going to skip back now to a couple months ago when we had Ian.
Yes.
So we went over there. We went over to Naples to do a hurricane relief in October. And it was an eye-opener. When I came home, I was like, oh, thank you, God, I have shutters. That's the first thing I said. Even though shutters doesn't stop water, you get that kind of, you feel that protection coming in. But if anyone is in the need for shutters, you don't have to go far. You have an expert that's been doing this coming up to 35 years.
35 years.
And I'm getting excited about January 17th. We turned 6. And I'm getting excited about 6. And here you're telling me 35. Congratulations again. So we need to know anyone that needs shutters, and you don't want to come and try and get it in the beginning of hurricane season. This is the time you want to get it now.
That's probably the best advice you could ever give
Yes,
somebody.
because we know how we are. we know how we are. Oh, the big one is coming. Let me put shutters on. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Let's all be reasonable. It doesn't work. But I think when you have time to prepare and put it on, that's the best recourse to do it. Because I'm sure when hurricane comes, you're making sure your previous customers, everyone's okay.
Yep.
So for those that don't have it with expert shutters, I implore you to go ahead and get the shutters that you need with expert shutters. So what else do you have going on with us?
With CareBag or?
No, with expert shutters.
Oh, so our newest product is actually a screen that goes in a combo with our. You can get it solo or get it in a combo with our rolling shutter.
Okay.
And right now it repels against solar and bugs. So if you need it for a solar screen, you don't like the sun rays coming on you in the middle of the day, and you want to be able to cook out there or whatever you want to do, just rest on your patio. You can put that down, and it blocks the solar out or bugs at nighttime.
You see that this face is really into what you're saying.
It's really awesome. It's an
Wow.
incredible product.
So it's like a shade? Now I'm gonna have to just come by the office and see
Yes,
it.
and that's actually a good point. We invite anybody that is interested in our product to come call us ahead of time, but set up a tour. We'll give you a tour of our facility, let you see our products. We love it when we have that ability.
I'm gonna make a tour because when you said the sun and the rays, I'm thinking of my patio because
Yeah,
I have
that's
the
it.
mesh around it, and I'm like, no, it doesn't work. Yes, it keeps the bugs out, but the sun and everything. So it's a thick mesh.
Well, it depends on what grit you want it.
What
So
grit? Okay.
you can get it very light, you can get it thicker, but we're actually, and this is the first time we're kind of saying anything about this, but
You
Mike,
only here on Careology. Listen.
Mike is in the process of still R&D, so it's very early. It's not like it's going to be available
Okay.
tomorrow, but he's in the process of making a hurricane screen as well. That'll be a thicker mesh, and it's
Just
from,
imagine.
from what we've seen, it's pretty incredible.
Okay, but so for anybody that has pools in their backyard and you want to put up the screen, the first thing I worry about, I spend all this money putting it up, a hurricane comes and it just whisks through it like wet paper. Will that be able to help protect it?
So it's not one of the screen cages.
Okay.
It's
The screen
not
to put
that.
like on a window
But
or on a.
you could put it in front of a window. A lot
Okay.
of people put it on their porches, their lanais, things like that, where
Ooh.
it has something to be rooted in there, and something to anchor onto.
Okay.
But that's where it is, and like I said, it's still very, very early testing.
Ooh.
But the results we've seen are pretty incredible. And
They can test it at my house. If they need a house, Mr. Mike, if you need a house to test it on, I'm volunteering mine.
let him know.
Just if you need it, just on the back patio. Don't laugh, Cliff. Hey, listen, everyone needs a guinea pig. Why not? I offer my home, and not even the whole thing, just the back patio. That would be
see
perfect.
what I can do.
So, but you know what? When we have this type of talent, this is what I'm talking about. We would have never have known this. Look at what we have in our backyard.
Yeah, we
What-
make it, and it's
Wow,
everything.
that is
We
amazing.
call ourselves Expert Shutter Services because
You're the experts.
We hold the patents.
Wow.
I mean, we make the products.
I love it. See, that deserves a standing ovation.
Yeah.
That deserves it. Since Cliff hasn't caught it, I will clap.
Yeah, I want to keep the theme up so when the show ends, we can end properly.
Okay.
You don't want more applause?
We'll say, now it's time for the end of the show. No.
So, but
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
it's the fast hour on
It's
the air.
it's the fastest hour you're gonna have. But that's what I love. I love that we had you on. I've been wanting Expert Shutters on because I've watched you guys. I've seen what you do, not only with Care Bag, but with so many other nonprofits. You know,
The
one of
core
my
events are our favorite days.
Yeah, I
mean,
love it.
It's awesome. We
last year you did a barbecue. The last year before you did a barbecue.
did.
So what did you do this year?
This year, because we were more spread out,
Spread
it
out.
wasn't so much Port St.
Oh,
Lucie where we were
okay.
able to all come back.
Okay.
We were more spread out, so we set a limit that I'm sure was broken at most parties of how much each person
Just
could
could have.
spend. And we went out to different
I
restaurants.
tried to let my guys work up a sweat. I mean, but it's so funny because I had something I wanted to do and put it there. And they said, no, we like it this way. I said, hey, me and our Miss Patty's like, do what you got to do. If it works for you and you're happy. But to see them come and enjoy and
they
just
work,
love.
right?
Yes. They work, they move shelves. You know, the last time they renovated my whole office, but because we're expanding now with what we're doing, it just happened to come at the best time so we can see what we're doing because our mobile hygiene pantry is going to be covering all of the Treasure Coast, but we're specifically grounded for St. Lucie. So imagine all the soup kitchens, imagine all the drive-up pantries. Those are what we're going to be targeting to go and pull up. So instead of our old Ford van, we'd have to put a big tent, 2 or 3 tables, and put all the crates out that you saw in the pictures here. Now we don't have to do that. Everything is going to be in the Sprinter extended van. So we just
That is
opened
awesome.
the door. We're trying to see how I could talk to Mr. Mike about it because we're
He's-
trying to.
If you need a design, he's your
Well,
guy.
that's the thing. We've been trying to figure out how are we going to put shelving or how are we going to design it. But we haven't really gotten that far because we want to get the van first.
Yeah.
So, and we want a Ford, want an American-made Ford. So that is what my heart is really for. But just imagine my volunteers that come, no more putting out tables or tents or lifting up the big crates. We open the door and boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Pampers, Depends, deodorant, everything is just there. You just close the door, sit in your chair, turn the key, and you just go. how many more people? We can serve 200 and almost 50 people in our regular Ford utility van.
That's
so if we
awesome.
have the Sprinter extended, just imagine how much more. I have 20 targeted areas in Port St. Lucie that we want to go to.
Wow.
So, but the van is needed. So we're excited. We're hoping to kick this off for the second quarter of 2023, have everything done, wrapped, and ready to go. But we need to get that van. It's so close. It's so close. I'm just keep slipping out my hands, but we'll find it. But that is amazing. Now I know where I can go for a design.
Oh,
I love that.
He's smart. I'm not, maybe not to the public, but we like you, Roxy.
Well, you know what? I like him. I've never met him. I've seen his picture, but I've never met Mr. Mike.
He's an awesome guy.
I hope to one day. I'm always with the ladies and talking with them, but I just love what Expert Shutters does. Not only for, it's like what we do for Careology. We invite every nonprofit on that does something, and that's what you do. You go back out into the community, and I think it is well worth the community knowing that, because I have a lot of people that only service with people they know work within the community. And I love that. You know, they want to give and support those businesses, and you're one that need to support, because where you're located, nobody ever sees you. You're off that beaten path, so nobody can see you like how you see. Yeah, I can mention Lowe's. Lowe's is my sporter. No one sees you on the main US 1 or Port St. Lucie. You're
see
behind.
us on the turnpike just
Right.
passing by.
If you can move that quick and not to get whiplash, you'll see Expert Shutters there. So we want people to know you're local, you're here in Port St. Lucie, and you're bloody good at what you do.
We are.
And if you need shutters, there's no place else to go.
We take pride in what we do, from the people that are in the office that take the orders in, to the people that are making it in the manufacturing, to the people that are installing it.
Where's your manufacturing?
It's the same
Right
place.
there.
That's why the building's so big.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do a tour. You want to take a tour with Gigi? Oh yeah, we're gonna take a tour, and we are going to see it, because I love it. To see it and have the guys come and work, it makes a difference.
We'd love to have you.
And that is.
And anyone listening, we'd love to have you too.
Yeah, and that is amazing. So do not wait until the last minute. Come, take a tour. Have them come out to your home, see it, because I have the shutters, and my shutters are Expert Shutters. And let me tell you something. It is, when I see everyone putting up and nailing up, and then my neighbor, because I know she's listening, all of a sudden, boom, they got theirs, and I saw the van coming. I was like, yes, Expert Shutters. And it's easy. His is still closed. We've been yelling at him because we said, open it. Maybe no more hurricanes will come, because he just got it. So this is the first time he got to use it.
Yeah.
And he has them closed. He has everything closed. But it's a peace of mind.
Absolutely.
I love it because it is a peace of mind. They're durable, and they last, and it's something, they're easy to clean, because we just hose them, spray them and hose them. I hope I'm doing the right thing when I say I spray them and hose them, but I'm gonna find that out. I need lubricant.
It's good to clean them,
It's
but
good
you
to-
want to use a Lumaslick. It's
Okay,
a
so
special
see,
can that
we
you want to
could-
spray 'em with.
I will be you see, that's why we had them on. They're experts.
The information that gets out on this show is
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it helps me. How many things that helps me, I don't know. But it's just an honor to have you guys just wrap yourself around Care Bag, because it's just amazing what you guys do for us, and we appreciate it. And we wanted to just share the love with everyone in St. Lucie and let them know what was going on. So is there anything else you could tell us about Mr. Mike?
About Mr. Mike? No, just the company again.
I need more
it's-
ammunition before I meet him. He's
I
listening
won't
like.
say that.
I know
No,
you keep your job. Keep your job, Chad. Keep your job. Do not let me influence you. Keep your job.
He, to me, one of the great things about not only just him anymore, like I said, his sons are coming up and they're taking over the day-to-day side of the business. He's starting to do more of that R&D that he's really passionate about.
Okay.
And really lets his genius kind of show. It's a company that, on days like that, it really shows that you can say you care about others, you can care about the community, but when you
stop the flow of
down-
your money, you might not say it, but I'm going to say it. When you can stop the flow of your money and go ahead and do for others and not worry about the materialistic all the time, that takes a certain type of man.
And it
a
always
certain
comes
type of
back to
person.
you, too.
And it comes back. People don't understand that it comes back tenfold when you do that. The blessing that comes back. Oh, we talk about Jesus and God on here. So if I offend you, I'm very sorry. Get over it.
I'm not offended.
So, okay. We love this. Cliff is looking at me like, here she go again. Yep, this is my show. So, but the blessings that comes back to you are just amazing when you do that. And I just hope the blessings and flowings that just keeps coming back to Expert Shutters, the family and the staff, because what you do would have taken us weeks to do it. You know, and just having that manpower, getting to meet new people, because this is the thing: when people come, you don't know who they know, or they might themselves be in need.
Yeah.
So you're able to go ahead, and now there's another avenue, because we have many businesses. A lot of businesses now are actually shutting down with their health care. Or they can't pay them what they need. So imagine when our service can come along and add that little oomph to go ahead and help them. It makes a difference.
Absolutely.
And we're glad, because we turn no one away. Because just because you work, that does not mean you are not in need. So, and we like to do that, and we do it with dignity. So, and we couldn't, it just makes us better. Every time you guys come, it just makes it just better. So to Mr. Mike and to your staff and everyone from our heartfelt of CareBag, we say thank you. And we really
love
appreciate
being a part of what
guys.
you do. Even though for us it's a small part, but we love being a part of
Oh,
it.
it's a big part. Small for you, big for me. It's the thing that counts. So you see how time just flies by when you're having fun? Yeah, so tell us a little bit about you now, since we know all about Mike.
Well, what do you want to know?
You tell us. You were telling me about how many kids do you have?
Too many. No, we have 4 wonderful children.
Oh.
My wife and I have been married for
Get it right. Get it right. Get it
too
right.
many years.
The
No,
moment
that's
of
not the right
No,
answer.
it's 13.
Okay,
13.
okay, good.
It's just,
Right
I can't
now-
believe it. Not that it's been bad. No, it's been.
You
she's
can't believe it's
the
just
best
the-
wife in the world.
Oh, I thought I was, but that's okay. I'll share the spotlight.
Your
What's her
husband
name?
might think that.
Yes.
I'm biased.
Yes, that's okay.
No,
That's all
I've
good.
been married for 13 years, and I just can't believe it's been that long.
Mm-hmm.
13. We've got 4 kids. We, I don't know. I worked at Chick-fil-A in a high-level director position for
Okay.
a number of years, and then decided to jump on with Mike and his team about 5 years ago, and it's been a very good transition. It's one where you get to see people grow, and you get to see the company grow, and add all these different things, and it's been very fulfilling in a lot of different ways.
And now you're in sunny Florida, because where were you at Chick-fil-A before?
I was in Florida.
Oh, you were still in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to live over in Tampa side of World and
Okay.
St. Pete area.
Okay.
And then we moved back over, not back over, we moved over to Port St. Lucie and started doing that over here.
Okay, well, it's good to have you. I love Port. Since we came here, I love Port St. Lucie. There's just something about this place I just love. I don't know what it is. I just really love it. So.
Yeah, no, it's a
Okay.
good area. I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, would you ever want to move back? She's like, I wouldn't mind it, but I'm really
There's a
happy
lot of
with where we're at.
See, there's a lot to do in Tampa, because I love going to Tampa. There's a lot, Naples, Tampa. There's a lot to do there. We have to go a little distance to find something to do. But I like that we're one of the safest communities.
awesome.
I love that, and it's a nice little drive. Nothing's wrong with that.
And
So-
overall, the people are great too.
Yeah, and I love it here. My neighbors, I think, doesn't matter where I've lived over the world, these are some of the best neighbors I've ever had. I told them, if you move, I'm going to follow you. So,
I actually agree with that. Our
our
next door
neighbors-
neighbor is one of my most favorite people. He's
yeah,
awesome.
we have some great neighbors, and you feel, when you can have great neighbors, you feel safe. Because if you have a bad neighbor, that's a whole nother show. That's like a part A and a part B. Having a bad neighbor. I know these phones, we would have to take calls in that day, Cliff, because our phones would just go ringing.
You'd have to really express the science of caring.
For the bad, because imagine you have a bad neighbor. You know, I read this article, and this man and his neighbor were just going at it all the time, and he had a tree that just blossomed, beautiful tree. The neighbor came and cut the tree right
at the
over
property line?
over his and so you see the bush, but this is just flat, straight. And I was looking at the picture, and I was like, I'd have killed you. I was like, what are you doing? It's a shade. It's shade, but he was just an angry neighbor. So just imagine if you really had a bad neighbor. That's a show right there. We just got a show. We'd have call-ins that day. I'd open the lines.
Oh yeah, that would really get them all riled
Oh
up.
yeah, we can get them riled up
You,
sometimes.
you want to rile people up? Tell them that you're having a great day. And if you tell them you're having a great day, they don't know what to say.
When you smile, if you want to frighten someone, smile at them and say hello. I notice that catches them off key. That really catches them off key when you can smile at them and say hello, how are you doing? Or God bless you. Oh, that's one that just knocks them right out of their shoes.
Has it really been an hour?
Almost, yeah. Yeah, we have 5 minutes left.
5 whole
Yeah,
minutes.
see, we just.
It goes
I
by
thought you
so
were kinda joking.
fast.
No, we don't joke. When we have a good show, time just just passes by.
We give
So-
the location and phone numbers again.
Yeah. Yes, we can for expert
Yeah.
shutters. Can you
Yeah.
give your address, please?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 668 Southwest Whitmore, WHITMORE Drive. And then we're in
Yes.
Port St. Lucie.
So if anyone is wondering where Whitmore is, Bayshore is the street before on the other side. So if you're on Bayshore, you have to make, well, it depends where you're coming from. It's on the side where the turnpike is.
Yes,
That
it's very
street, yeah.
close to the main crossroads are going to
Crosstown,
be Crosstown
town,
and
yes.
Bayshore.
So, and it's in the back, but you can't miss it. It's a beautiful building, and you can go ahead and Google everyone to get the number for expert shutters. They are the only one here in Port St. Lucie.
Google Maps will tell you how to get
exactly how to get there.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can read our reviews. The past couple of years, we've been really focusing on our vision and our values. And
They don't need to read your reviews. They're hearing from me. I know expert shutter.
won't argue.
That's all they need to know. Because I don't deal with anything foolish.
there. Word of mouth is
Word
the best
of mouth is you've been how
advertising.
many years?
Talk
35.
Radio does just
35. If you're in business for 35 years, you're doing something good. That place is enormous. If you can take 2 days out of the year and shut down and not worry about money to go ahead and give back, that's a blessing. So there in itself is a good company. And you heard it on Careology. Roxy said it. That's all you need to know. You don't need Google. You got me.
That's
See,
true.
there you go.
True. Hey, although it's very unpopular, the truth does exist.
Yes, it does. The
Yes.
people don't like the truth. The truth hurts, but this they would love.
And people, they might not like it, but when you express it and they can know the truth, then
Yes.
that's a whole lot
That
better.
is a whole different one. I can't believe our time is going by. What we want to say today is Giving Tuesday. And for anyone that would like to support Care Bag in our mission of bringing proper hygiene to those that are in need, that are homeless and families are in need, I want to remind you one thing. Proper hygiene is not a right. It is a privilege. Okay? It's not a privilege, it is a right. I said that backwards. It is not a privilege, it is a right. And that quote is from the United Nations. And I believe that we help so many people all over the world. We need to start helping our own. Children should not go to bed without a bath, without a toothbrush, without toothpaste, can't wake up in the morning and don't have soap. Women, young girls should not go without feminine products. That is what Care Bag supplies, goes ahead and we supply to our community. So if you would like to go ahead and bless us this Giving Tuesday, just go to givecarebag.com and you can go ahead and it'll take you right to our website and you guys can go ahead and just bless us and we would say thank you. So we want to ask you again, would you consider giving to Care Bag this Giving Tuesday?
Especially if you won that big mega billion-dollar lottery out there. You need to adopt Care Bag.
Please adopt me.
Yeah,
Adopt me. I
Roxy.
come along with Care Bag. Just adopt me.
All right.
We're all good. But go to givecarebag.com. Cliff, thank you for being my beautiful engineer. And Chad, thank you and Expert Shutters
was
for
an
giving
absolute
us this
pleasure.
time. We appreciate you. We appreciate every last one that works there. I can't wait for us to do this again next year. And to everyone that's listening within the sound of my voice, I want you to go ahead and have a good evening. I want you to go ahead and count your blessings. You've seen another day. So many people didn't wake up this morning. So many people were struck down by violence. And we just want to know you are loved, you are important, and we're going to put it out there. If you are suffering from any mental illness, please dial 211 so you can go ahead and get the help that you need. You know, mental health is a very big thing with me right now. From the beginning, that was our first show that we started. No one should be alone and no one should suffer alone. There's so many avenues for you to go and get help, so please go ahead and seek that. My name is Roxy. This is Careology on behalf of Cliff, myself, Chad, and Martianne. We want you guys to have a wonderful evening, and we will be back next week, Tuesday. And Kenya said to tell him, they said, you saw that? Hi, Kenya. Oh, Kenya's on here every time. Jet, our social media crew. Yeah, oh. Yeah, for kids. I love Kenya. Her and her mom are absolutely beautiful. So we want to say to our social media, to everyone listening all over the world, this is Roxy, your Careologist. We love you, and we will be back next week, Tuesday, with another awesome show. Be blessed and have a good evening.
Please call us for a tour.
Please call for a tour because I'm going to set my tour up.
772-871-1915.
There you
This
go.
is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
U.S. tops Iran in the World Cup. Oath Keepers verdict.
A federal jury has found Oath Keepers founder Stuart Rhodes guilty.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Jennifer Kuiper in Chicago. A severe weather threat stretches from Louisiana to Alabama. Northwest Alabama has experienced powerful winds and hail, and CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson says a large swath of Mississippi is in the bullseye.
From Macomb up through Jackson, as far north as Columbus, there's over a 95% chance of tornadoes in that watch area and a 90% chance of EF2 or stronger tornadoes.
An EF2 tornado has wind gusts